Hello, I am Youssef Mahmoud Ramadan Hashim. I am from Egypt. I live in Giza, exactly in Egypt, and I am 19 years old right now. I work as a developer in ServiceNow and the service system administrator, and yeah, that's about me. I develop applications and make customizations to automate stuff, like for example, in databases especially. So, for example, if you wanna like every time a new instant that is made or created, you want to notify the assigned user or assigned group. Yeah, that's something I can do, and it is there out of the box. But just as an example, or if you want like a new record elsewhere to be made in the database, I can do that, and I can do reports for if you want to see a visual explanation of something. I can do this, and yeah, that's what typically a developer would do in ServiceNow. Yeah, most of the time I was just like any normal kid. I was just like playing video games and worrying about school. Yeah, but there's one video game in particular that I really liked. It's Minecraft. I'm pretty sure you heard about it. Because Minecraft has this system, it's called command system, where you type commands in the chat so to automate stuff in the game. And this actually really helped me to have like a good background or a good like expectations, or I don't know how to say, but it really helped me to be a good programmer in general, or know the basics at least. So my dad was already a software engineer, and he was working with big companies that use ServiceNow. So he of course wanted me to also be like a programmer as well, and he encouraged me, and I actually liked it. I really wanted to be a programmer as well. He started up to teach me the basics, of course, as anyone else, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It was the three main languages I learned, and then Python as well. I really like Python. It's one of the best languages out there. Yeah, so that's how I started as being a programmer. Then he told me about ServiceNow, and because he was using it, of course, and I kind of didn't know what to do about it at first, especially that it has a lot of new concepts to me, like databases and relationships between them, and yeah, stuff like that. And of course, it is an ITSM, so he started with bringing analogies to me, or something like he started to explain stuff that I know already, to make the new concepts to me to like appear easier, so like I have easy time understanding them. So I became a developer because I like coding. As I said, I like JavaScript and Python and stuff like that. I really like when it's something to do with coding. I like making a script background, which is like a tool that makes you execute code on the run. Like it does, you just put the code and it executes it. I actually enjoy this moment. I feel like I testing stuff behind the scenes that not a lot of people like. It doesn't have a lot of user interface or like a UI, just like code, and you get the output of the code. I think this might seem boring to a lot of people, but I actually like it. I think like I'm doing like complicated parts behind the scene. So, and also making automation to stuff, like when I make a business rule, which is some code that runs when a condition is met. I feel like I automated something, or like made something easier. Or when I make script includes are scripts that can be used multiple times. I feel like I made a tool that a lot of other people can use, not just me. So yeah, those are all fun things to do as a developer. One of the biggest like problems I found, or obstacles, was, of course, I was young at the time, and I was going to school, and I had to study, and I also had to learn about ServiceNow, and also enjoy my own time, of course, and so it was kind of hard to manage all of this. It was like a little bit overwhelming to me. I felt like I would have to do like a lot of things at once. But what really helped me to overcome this was that my dad really helped me, and he was holding my hand the whole time, of course. And when he used his analogies, as I said, it really made complicated stuff a lot simpler, because I already know those concepts, so it was similar to those. So yeah, it really helped me. Like databases especially was really hard, and the ITSM in general, like I didn't know what that means, but yeah, he really helped me. And also something that also helped me, that I was watching a lot of videos and even read a book about productivity. One book that was really good is the 7 highly effective habits of teenagers. This was like one of the best books out there. It really helped me to manage my time and build good habits that will stay with me as I grow. And it really helped me made a lot of stuff easier to me. So yeah, that's how I overcome it. I always, all the time, when I found any problem, and when I trying to develop something or make something new, I always go to the community. Or just search in Google, and the first link is always ServiceNow community. If you're trying to solve something that already someone asked, it will be a lot easier. Yeah, and talking about the people I met, I actually met Chuck Tomasi himself. Of course, everybody knows him, and I made a podcast with him. It was the Breakpoint podcast. You can find it there. It's the latest one, I believe, right now. And yeah, the ServiceNow community in general is a really wonderful place. And of course, there are already like learning paths. There was like a learning path in the developer side of ServiceNow. It was the learning path to be a developer. It was really good. Yeah, that is one of the best learning paths that really helped me as a developer in ServiceNow. And of course, Chuck Tomasi himself really helped me with his JavaScript course. Yeah, he made already a JavaScript course that is really good. I always feel like we are always like getting better at stuff we're developing, so you have to adapt to that. You can't just stand still, because if you don't learn every day, then everything's just gonna pass you. Everything's gonna be faster than you, and you're just gonna not stand still. You're actually gonna get worse. So yeah, every time, all the time, you have to learn new stuff, of course. And I always, all the time, learn a lot of new skills, and try to find the skills that will help me grow my career. Like for example, coding in general, I'm trying to do like Java, because Java is really good. Is a really good programming language that is interacting with the core of the computer and all of that. So I'm trying to learn Java right now, and of course you have to learn more all the time. Like I always see myself as a student all the time, like an always learning student. I don't ever rest. You're gonna learn your whole life. So yeah, that's what I do. So the best skill I think I have is when it comes to coding, as I said. But yeah, that's a technical skill, of course, but I'm really proud of it. Like I think I can solve a lot of really hard problems even if it seems complicated. Sometimes I can just do it. I can really, yeah, that's a really good skill that I have. But also some other skills, like I'm trying to develop my social skill, or just talking in general and having a conversation. I have a little bit of issue with this skill. I'm trying to, of course, make it grow. Like right now, I'm doing interviews, and yeah, it's really a good skill to have if I try to develop all the time, as I said. So yeah, those are like the best 2 skills I think I have. I think the thing that I actually want to do the most is I want to do something that or something, not just one thing, that helps people get better in general at learning software in general. Our learning programming, especially, because it's easy for me, but it doesn't have to be this. Anything that to do with software, because a lot of the time I see people that are like don't know what to do or what to work, and they just they never think of software, because they always say that it's I'm going to start learning again, and I have to learn this and this. But if you actually spend your time learning those things, then you're gonna actually have a good career in your life. So what I want to do is make this easier. I want to make a lot of people. I want to help them be like learn a lot of hard concepts and stuff that they always see as complicated. I want to make it easier. So anything that to do with learning, I always want to do. That's my big goal. Like make something that's gonna make a lot of people learn quicker or learn better. That everything to do with software, especially. But it doesn't have to be this way. That doesn't have to be the only thing. But yeah, that's what I want to do in the future. So the one big advice that I give to someone that's trying to be a developer is do not see your big goal, do not seek after it like directly, because you can't just say I want to be a ServiceNow developer and like just be that at once. No, I think what's gonna really help you is break your big goal into smaller goals, smaller achievable goals. Like for example, studying 10 hours of ServiceNow developer every week. That's a small goal that's achievable if you can do that by your end of the week, right? So this will actually make you like draw a path that you can take to get to your big goal, and then you're just gonna find yourself getting there in like no time. It might seem really hard at first, but if you actually give it time, and if you break your big goals into smaller ones, yeah, it's gonna really help you. Like something I want to add is you don't have to be alone in your journey, because it's really hard for you to like get where you want alone. You can do it, but it's actually really hard. Like even I didn't do this alone. My dad really helped me, and he was holding my hand the whole time. So I want to add that don't be afraid to ask people to help you understand stuff that you don't know, or if you don't know what to do, don't be afraid to ask. Like we're always here to help you in your journey at learning. And yeah, that's I don't be afraid of asking. Yeah, don't be shy. There's no problem with having not understanding something and asking people for help. Yeah, no problem.